Okay, I'm gonna break down this whole Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein thing in less than 5 minutes in a nutshell. I don't have time to give all the details, so you want to give all the details, do it on your page. Listen, let's go through the history of this thing. Picture it, Sicily, 1934. No, I'm kidding. Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, there was this guy, rich guy, Donald Trump, right? And he was a humanitarian, a philanthropist. Did I mention very rich? Well, he gave his money to a lot of great causes, including furthering the black community. He even got awards from the NAACP alongside Rosa Parks and Muhammad Ali for his work that he was doing in the black community. He gave Jesse Jackson donations to fund his campaign when he was running for president back in the day. He sent his jet to get Nelson Mandela. You get the picture, right? So this guy says, I'm going to run for president. Ha ha. Well, he actually won. Well, since he won, he said, you know what? I've always said in interviews how I would help the American people and get this country back on track by using tariffs, because that's the key to making sure that the American taxpayers can see their money and actually prosper. Well, in order for me to do that, I'm going to have to drain the swamp. Well, the inhabitants of the swamp dwellers said, absolutely the fuck not. How dare you think you're going to stop our gravy train? We have been making money off of the backs of tax-paying American citizens for decades, and you are not going to throw a monkey wrench in this machine. So what we're going to do, we're going to write a narrative about you. We're going to tell everybody that you're racist, because we know that word gets everyone in a tizzy and in their emotions, and they stop thinking. They're just going to believe everything that we say. Well, come to find out, yes, quite a few people did believe that lie. But then there are those of us who thought back and said, wait a minute, when did this guy become racist? Where did this come from? Well, either way it goes, Donald Trump was like, quit playing on my name, because you know that I know what you've been up to. And you know that I know that you know that I know. Don't make me talk about Epstein. Well, that sent them in a whirlwind, and they said, absolutely not. And instead of them just saying, go ahead, Donald, we've made enough off the citizens' greed. It's funny like that, They doubled down and they said, well, since you're bringing up Epstein, we're going to lie and tell them that you're in those files. Well, the devil's very tricky, because technically speaking, he was in those emails. Donald Trump said, yeah, release the files. And they said, well, you know what? Nah, we're going to hold up on that. No, we're not going to do that. So he created such a tizzy with the American people that the American people kept demanding the files, and they have no choice but to release them now. Checkmate. So now that we see, yes, he's in those files, let's talk about how he's in those files. Come to find out, Jeffrey Epstein hated Donald Trump. Do you guys know why he hated him? Lo and behold, he's the whistleblower. This man is actually the federal informant that turned everybody on to Epstein. He said, hey, I kicked this guy off my resort many years ago because he's a fucking creep, and I don't like what he's doing with underage girls. I will not have it. I don't want to be associated with him. I don't want no dealings with that guy. So ever since then, Jeffrey Epstein had a vendetta against Donald Trump, but the thing is, they couldn't find nothing to blackmail him with. Imagine that. But guess who else is in those files? Guess who Jeffrey Epstein loves? The damn Democrats. He was texting Stacey Plaskett during a damn hearing. And then on top of that, guess what? He gave so much money to Hakeem Jeffries when he was running. And this is after he was a convicted you know what. Also, let's talk about the fact that Bill Clinton had been to his island over 25 times, allegedly, according to one of Bill Clinton's top aides and also one of the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. And come to find out, guess what I just read today? Bill Gates absolutely loved Jeffrey Epstein, even after he was convicted, you know what? And Melinda, his wife at the time, put a stop to it. She said, bitch, text him again and see what happened. Well, now that we see everything is out in the open and those files have shown exactly what a stand-up guy Donald Trump really is, they're going to do the thing that they always do. Distract you and say, hey, look over there, something shiny. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, and you can guess that base is actually going to fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. They do it every time. They're so easy to manipulate. But either way it goes, listen, guys, let everybody know what set you repping this Thanksgiving, okay? Donald Junquavius, because we roll with winners. We don't like losers. I'll talk to y'all later. I will call you back. God bless you. God bless America. God bless Donald Junquavius Trump, honey. Talk to you later.